today on Nerdgasm.
Will we get 3 more Batfleck Batman movies, including a Batman Beyond movie?
You know, I'm totally down for that.
Hopefully we will, but we will have the details.
And no more rumors on this one. Voltron Season 3 Legendary Defender is going to be hitting Netflix within the next couple days.
Oh, yeah. Plus, Transformers, the Bumblebee spinoff, signs its star, and it's someone you might not expect.
I did not expect this person. And Rick and Morty co-creator got his Mulan Szechuan Sauce.
My Szechuan Sauce! 9 more seasons! 9 more seasons, Morty! Plus, speaking of 9 more seasons, Supernatural's Jensen Ackles has his thoughts on how the series might end as it enters its 13th season.
Now loading Nerdgasm.
You have to get us the out of here! Everyone's gross and they all smell like piss all the time!
Don't judge, Morty. It's the Nerdgasm Podcast.
That's all on YouTube, though, right? I mean, that's where you found that.
With Alan Bailey and Grayson.
I'm ready.
Batfleck! I just want an actual new Batman movie. Is that so hard to ask, Grayson?
That would be fantastic. I mean, I'm kind of going through my withdrawals.
Oh, poor Nightwing Wing. He's just sitting in that big old ball all by himself. Poor bastard.
I'm okay with that.
I'm Alan Bailey.
I'm Grayson.
And we have lots of stuff. Let's start with Batman. Yeah.
No. This one doesn't growl too much.
Oh yeah, that one.
He's got
just
kind of like the
people.
smoother voice.
He's got the
like
smoother
the
voice.
silky,
Yeah.
the silky smooth voice.
He just kills people.
Yes.
For no
He
reason.
runs them over with his car. And uses guns, apparently.
No, he shoots the bad guy and then runs them over.
Oh.
Go, Batman, go.
Yeah, but however, I mean, like we covered last time, Kevin Conroy, the Batman himself, came out and said Ben Affleck is the best.
See, like, I'm down, and, like, here's what's happening with this rumor mill. There was a report on the interwebs that Ben Affleck has signed a 3 Batman picture deal, including a Batman Beyond movie. I was so down for this. I was like, sign me up, take my money now, let's go.
Yeah, when this rumor came out, I mean, you of course have to take every rumor with a grain of salt. You don't know if everything is going to be true that is on the internet, and of course we should kind of realize that it is not true.
God, no.
Because for the most part, there was BatmanNews.com.
Yeah, they like pointed something out that was very... I think the rest of the internet needed to realize.
Yeah, it was something that everyone should have caught, but we didn't just because we were so infatuated with this rumor. And,
yeah.
I mean, it's still a rumor, but, I mean, it's more of like, hey, fans, like, you want to see this happen?
Yeah.
Maybe we can try and push for it.
Like, whenever they start a Batman movie, they have in mind, ooh, this is going to be a trilogy. They did it with the Joel Schumacher movies. And thank God they didn't do the 3rd one of that one.
The bat nipples.
Yeah, more bat nipples. Batman, bat nipples return. They canceled that one, thank God. And then we got the Chris Nolan Batmans, which were just amazing. But I mean, like, they've been trying to do a Batman solo movie, and like it's gone through like 7 scripts literally at this point, including one written by Ben Affleck, and it's like... Matt Reeves is helming the Batman. We don't have an exact date yet. We don't know what the story is. There's rumors that Ben Affleck's not going to be playing Batman in it, even though at Comic-Con this year he said he was going to. But like people are hoping and grasping this news going, oh, it's happening. But 3 things. 1, the news came from a South African website that we've never heard of. And that's not 100% credible. No offense to the website.
Right.
No offense. 2, if Ben Affleck had signed a contract, don't you think you would have seen it in Deadline, The Hollywood Reporter, LA Times, anybody out of the LA SoCal area?
Yeah.
Nobody. And 3, and this is the most important, I feel.
This one is the one that should have grabbed everyone's attention, but no one paid attention.
Like a diehard Batman fan would have seen this, laughed, and moved on and not considered it real.
Oh, yeah.
But the internet's full of posers, I guess. The article was written by Edward Nygma.
And that is the biggest prank of all.
That's the greatest joke of all. Like, this South African website, like, I favorited them, and I'm going to go to them. Just because it's like, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me. You grabbed me. It was clickbait. It was very good.
Very.
The little byline was very clever indeed. I know it's all a lie, but I like it. I'm down. And then... if you don't know who Edward Nygma is, you're probably listening to the wrong show, but Edward Nygma is the Riddler's alter ego. It's his real name. So And if you don't know who the Riddler is, Jesus.
I mean, potentially you could watch a show called Gotham.
Or just read a book.
Yeah.
Just don't
Comic book.
Just any comic book ever produced that has Batman on it
With Riddler.
With Riddler. Just do that. You don't have to watch a god awful fanfic show on Fox. Just pick up a comic book, please.
Says
It's
the
a
guy
dying
that
art.
was like beating it off when he started realizing that Bruce was going to start wearing the cowl.
I'm excited, but it's fanfic. It's hardcore, well-produced fanfic.
Oh yeah.
It's literally, to me, on the same level as Twilight.
Who's to say that this isn't Earth, I don't know, 16?
No. To me, Gotham and Twilight are the same thing.
Oh my God, no.
I'm over it.
No.
Yeah, dude, you know that Twilight is fanfic, right?
Oh, I know that.
It's hardcore fanfic.
Oh, yeah.
That has one hell of a following.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what Gotham is. Just nerdy characters, that was all.
Meh.
And the same names, because DC for some reason said, yeah, you can call them these characters. Go for it.
I think they just wanted the money.
Probably.
Fox was like, "Look, we're running out of money. We need to come out with some more stuff."
Ugh. Speaking of new stuff, I love Voltron Legendary Defender on Netflix.
It is one of our immediate must-watches. Like,
Yes.
this is something that you binge. I try to binge.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
The season 2, like, I watched season 1 at a leisurely pace.
Yeah.
When season 2 came out, I was like, gimme. And season 2, they were unsure if they were going to get a third season.
Right.
So you could tell, like, leading up to the very last episode, the very last scenes of the very last episode, it was leading up to either end that story and then keep going. And it was going, and then, like, the final, like, probably 120 seconds, something happens, no spoilers, and it's like, what? Oh, what just happened? And then it spins off into what is now season 3.
Yeah, I mean, even in the first couple episodes, they were kind of hinting at another story that could be developing in Voltron for that season, and that could maybe carry on to another season. However, if it wasn't answered, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Yeah,
and they left the door open, and I'm glad they did. I'm excited to see what they do in season 3.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely a darker tone. I could just tell it a little bit.
But see, I'm okay with that because this Voltron thing has almost the same feel as Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You know why?
What?
It's because the same producers who worked on Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra are actually doing this show.
And I was going to say that they have the same jokes, so I'm assuming they've got to have the same writers.
Yeah, they have.
So.
It's pretty much. I don't want to say it's in the same universe because it's clearly not, but it's the same people who in the same creative team who went, okay, well, Avatar and Korra are done. Hey, gang, let's go over here and do this. And then they kind of just all packed up and just went into space, for all intents and purposes.
For the most part, it's actually a breath of fresh air for this Voltron thing.
Yeah.
Because we did kind of see them do a little bit of a stint with, sorry, not them, but Cartoon Network. They did a stint with Thundercats.
Yeah.
With Will Friedle helming as Lion-O.
Yeah.
And that I thought was actually pretty good.
That I heard mixed reviews on that.
For the most part, for me, I wasn't a huge Thundercats fan, but I did enjoy this new one, especially with Will Friedle, only because like I'm a fan of him.
Yeah.
So when I heard that there was going to be a Voltron thing coming out, I wasn't super into it, mostly because I'm not a huge like giant robot thing.
Like the major flaw of the original, and I'm gonna piss off so many people with this statement. I don't care.
Possibly.
The major problem with the original, you said it before the show.
Oh yeah.
They all got in the robots, formed Voltron, and then literally everything was okay.
Yeah.
Like happy days.
Once
that was the end.
Once you knew that Voltron was formed, no matter where they were in the story, the day was saved.
And that was that.
Yeah, and with this trailer that they're showing, they're saying that the the trailer's already out there, so spoilers if I have to.
And it's on Netflix Netflix. It's on it will be on Netflix on Friday here, but it's on nerdgasmpodcast.com if you want to check out the video.
And for the most part, they're saying that the Black Lion is pilotless.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to say that they can't form Voltron, which they can't. So for all of that kind of means that the team has to figure out another way in order to figure out how to like save the day.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, now they can't just rely on their ace in the hole.
Well, like, the thing that I like about the new series in 2017 is that once they phone Voltron, that's not happy days, the world is saved. It's, okay, we got the big gun. How do we use it? Like, we got to figure out, like, how to use this power to actually take out this enemy that's just as powerful, if not more powerful than us.
Right.
Shit. Like,
see, that was actually kind of cool because I remember one of the very first episodes that I did see of the original one. Somehow everyone already knew how to use it.
Yeah, like most of season 1 is them learning how to control the lions.
Yeah.
And learning how to form Voltron, and then learning how to work together when they are Voltron. It's not like, you know, like, and they did that with the Power Rangers reboot this year too. Like,
yeah, kind of.
In the original series, same flaw. Like, they all pretty much got their morphers and morphed and suddenly knew what to do, and they were experts at it, and there was no learning curve, and you had that learning curve with this. And in season 2, they expanded upon their own individual characters and their own individual lions and their own powers and their own strengths and weaknesses, which was super cool.
Right.
And you had this greater story of this greater force taking over the universe and stopping evil and everything. And in this new season, you have the power struggle of our friend and our leader is gone.
And also the evil had a son?
The evil had a son, and he's just as evil and has just as much force behind him of evilness. So it's just as hard, if not harder, than we just fought. But we're fighting literally with one head tied behind our back, so to speak.
Because now they don't have their leader and they can't form Voltron.
Yeah, so it's like, crap.
I'm kind of interested in seeing the season because now they actually have to use different tactics in order to just saying, like, form Voltron.
And the day is saved, yay! Or something like that. Yeah, it just, I'm cautiously excited because season 2 it drogged like the last 3 episodes. Like, they were stretching it a little bit for me, and they were pulling the taffy, and it was like end, and that's how you end.
And we can just stop there. Nope, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, exactly. So, don't we have some exciting Transformers
we
news?
do. So, I have a question for you. Transformers has found their new head star in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know who it is?
I'm afraid to ask.
Well, you're gonna find out because it is the legendary.
And his name is John Cena!
Dear God. For why, Internet?
No.
Randy.
Okay, other one.
Oh, God, Randy, I swear. Randy, our engineer, I swear I'm gonna kill you, Randy.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it not even look like an accident. I'm just gonna do it. No, Randy, that is not. Do it again. Do it again.
Other one.
Do it better.
Do the other
Do
one.
it better.
And his name is John Cena!
That's barely better.
Yeah, I can live with that one.
Sincerely, like, I get the John Cena meme, but, like, no one could have modulated that correctly.
Yeah, I mean that was honestly one of the biggest things that bothered me, mostly because it's like, okay, like we mess with sound all the time. And we try and make sure that everything's kind of like clear enough so that way you don't have that little extra staticky or distortion. And like, don't get me wrong, the meme is hilarious. And if you even look up the original portion of it, so like the radio prank for John Cena, they didn't do that bad. Like, I don't think it was that distorted. And then someone just copied it and then just
It sounds like a fart to me. Like an audio fart. Bad. So bad. But yeah, apparently
it's just like sandpaper on the ears, really.
Yeah, but John Cena apparently the main star in this new Bumblebee spinoff.
Because Mark Wahlberg was like, "F this noise."
Well, because it's okay. So the Transformer main storyline that we currently just watched the latest shitty version of.
You watched it.
You owe me one. You still owe me one for taking that bullet for you. That was a god awful.
I don't know.
You got to go watch the Emoji Movie. Go watch the Emoji Movie. Then come talk to me about bad movies.
I'm okay.
But okay, so that one takes place in 2017, roughly current times. This Bumblebee prequel takes place in 1987.
Oh.
And basically the synopsis from Paramount: on the run in the year 1987. That's how I know it takes place in 1987.
Oh, okay.
Bumblebee finds refuge in a junkyard in a small California beach town. Charlie, on the cusp of turning 18 and trying to find her place in the world, discovers Bumblebee, battle-scarred and broken. When Charlie receives him,
When do we go to South Park?
she quickly learns he is no ordinary yellow VW bug.
Terrence.
God. I'm like, okay, so like, I loved the very first Transformers back in 07. The second one was like, okay, writer's strike, screwed that one. I'll give you that one, Michael Bay. The third one was like,
shit on a brick.
okay, basically the same thing we saw, a little bit better, but cool, okay. Fourth one was like, okay, getting out of LaBouffe territory. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. And then this fifth one was like, let's just take the greatest hits, throw them all together, and here we go. And that was what it was.
We
Go. I would have, like, if you would have thrown him in there, it would have been the perfect glumble of crap.
I would have been okay.
It was just not a
See,
good movie.
I think I watched up to 2 or 3, and I was kind of done after that.
It's super done.
Like
super done.
Like after you saw the first 2, you kind of get the main premise that there's good robots, there's bad robots, or Transformers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
Like, the thing that, like, gets me about this is it's the same bad guy, Megatron, in every movie. That's been the bad guy in every movie.
oh yeah,
He, once again, tries to bring Cybertron to Earth and kill everybody on Earth.
right.
Again, second time they've done that storyline. And Hero has to go find a thing, loses the thing, then earns the thing back. It's the third time they've done that. And stuff exploding, which has been in every movie. It's
But
we've seen these already.
But see, if you add more explosions and you wait a year or 2 years, then some people forget about the previous storyline.
I guess.
Because you got to remember that we live in an age where ADD is a serious issue.
Apparently. But, like, here's the thing. Like, in earlier Transformers movies, and it doesn't matter which one, they've done the world's biggest explosion.
Oh yeah,
They've done the world's biggest set. They've done the world's IMAX, oh my God, in certain scenes. Optimus Prime is actual size on that screen. Ooh,
Right.
that's super cool. They can't afford to do all of that because nobody's going to Transformers movies. Bumblebee is so beloved, but at this point, no one cares.
they should have done a Bumblebee movie after the first one.
Yeah, that would have been a great time to do it. But here's what makes it even worse. Paramount says that the release date of this unnamed Bumblebee movie is coming out December 21st, 2018, the same day as Aquaman. Let me go ahead and guess. You're going to have Jason Momoa shirtless in the water with Amber Heard. Both of them
Or-
looking gorgeous, beautiful, badass, kick-ass.
Or- and you're gonna
John
put-
Cena getting sweaty with Transformers that we've seen already.
Yeah.
What am I missing here?
I mean, for the most part, I'm not saying anything bad about John Cena, but Jason Momoa can actually throw an axe. That's kind of badass. And for the most part, I mean, if you've seen Game of Thrones, like...
Even I haven't seen Game of Thrones, and you know what? I'm going to go see Jason Momoa
Yeah.
throw a freaking axe, because he's going to be pretty badass about it,
Well, he's
too.
going to be throwing tridents in that thing.
Yeah. That, and, like, I didn't meet him, but I've talked to a bunch of people who hung out with him.
Oh, yeah.
when he
they
came
say
down.
he's super cool.
Like, he came down to Long Beach
Yeah.
earlier this year for Long Beach Comic Expo.
Yeah.
And he was hanging down there. He was only supposed to be there for like 3 hours. He ended up hanging out for like 6 or 7 hours. A, that makes you cool in my book. B, I heard nothing but great stories out of him.
Right.
Like, nothing but great stories out of him. And I was within earshot of him for a good chunk of the day, just walking around the con and stuff. And
He's just hiding around the corners.
I
like,
was just stalking.
Jason, just say something.
Just look
I
at
want
me,
to
Jason.
hear you.
Look at me, Jason. Jason! Jason! Jason!
Steven. Steven.
Steven. Steven. Basically. No, just, I got a chance to basically, because a friend of mine had a booth really close to where he was, so I was hanging out with her a lot, so I
Right.
was hearing conversations he was having with fans. Super cool dude. Super cool dude. More of that. John Cena. Never met him. Can't act that much. No offense, John. But you look good shirtless. I guess. Whatever.
I mean, he ain't no Calvin Klein model.
No, he's more like a Calvin Klein model that ate a Calvin Klein model and then went on steroids and then ate 2 more Calvin Klein models and stuck them in his arms.
But you got to say, John Cena, when he's in his prime for the wrestling.
Oh no, like
he looks good.
Like he's perfect for Transformers because there's not a whole lot of acting. It's
That's
run, scream.
Pretend like you don't know what's going on because you don't really know what's going on because everything's CG around you.
Well, that and like there's not a whole lot of acting going on in a Michael Bay set in general because most of the time when people are running from explosions, they're legitimately fearful for their life.
Yeah.
Because Michael goes, okay, now we're going to have 5 explosions. You got to run over 4 of them. Don't trip and die because if you trip, you're going to die. Go. That's why when they run, they're like, and they look terrified, they're actually freaking terrified. Like,
so what you're telling me is
it's
that
method acting.
80% of this movie is improvised.
Yes.
That was another story that we covered, but that's not a bad thing. I don't know. Maybe for Transformers it could be a bad
hardcore improvising, but this story got me excited.
Oh yeah.
And shocked and excited and happy and sad and
Rick
angry.
and Morty, co-creator.
Yes.
Finally got his Szechuan sauce.
Justin Roiland, you bastard. If you're listening, you better share that damn sauce. Disperse it. I am in dimension C1998M. Let me have the sauce. Give it to me now.
What do you think you are, Zim?
Apparently, yes.
Oh my god.
He tweeted out on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, right before the premiere. Episode 2 premiere of season 3, I should say. He tweeted out a photo. Apparently McDonald's sent him like 2 gigantic gallon jugs of the Szechuan sauce. And the labeling, it came with a note that read, Justin, we finally did it. It took months, but we're finally bringing back some Szechuan sauce. We spared you the physics, but it turns out dimension C1998M is the dimension where it's always 1998.
Oh,
1998 every day. No smartphones, no social media. It's weird and a scary place, but they've got Szechuan sauce on the regular menu. So here we are with some precious cargo. The Szechuan sauce, you remember, has some soy veneers of some dimension we tried along the way. We wish we could have brought more of the sauce back, though. We couldn't risk keeping the portal open like that. Think about it. If you knew it was 1999 in that McDonald's, wouldn't you have all-day breakfast in 2017? Would you really want to stay in 1998? Of course not. If we left the portal open, we'd have puka shells,
oh god,
bucket hats, and boy bands as far as the eye could see.
Oh, dear God.
It's too risky for even sauce as delicious as this. A few lucky fans will also get to experience the glory, but the first bottle in this dimension is for you. Stay Swifty, Chef Mike. He's right. If you existed in 1998 and you knew you could have McDonald's breakfast 24/7, you'd go to that dimension.
That's true.
In a heartbeat.
There are so many people that I talk to that, I mean, they're kind of upset whenever they go to try and get the actual McDonald's breakfast because McDonald's started doing this whole thing where it's like they're doing breakfast for a good portion of the day.
All day, my friend.
Yeah,
is it all day? I don't know. I've never tried
I think it's all day, but here's the issue. They don't have their full menu available.
That's just calm down. Calm down.
But there are some people that will not calm down about that.
Okay, let me rephrase. If you go to McDonald's and you go, I really want the oatmeal with the raisins in it, to McDonald's, go somewhere else.
That's true.
The McDonald's menu was not meant for you.
The McDonald's menu is not meant for healthy eating.
No.
I mean, they're trying to be healthy.
Oh, they're trying, but no.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, honestly, if you go to any fast food chain,
they're trying desperately.
I don't know about any fast food chain.
But no. You know what angers me the most about healthy eating lately?
What?
Hospitals. I go to when I go like for a checkup or go to pick up prescriptions or something for my wife, and I go to the hospital, they only have diet.
Oh god.
That angers me beyond all belief.
Why?
Not that I'm a soda drinker because I don't drink soda, but it angers me because it's like you've taken this away. You've taken away my option. This is so un-American. Give me back my regular soda. I don't want your freaking diet. 0 calories, 0 carbs. No, give me the fatty food. I want the fatty food. I want it now. Give it to me.
So, in other news, guess what?
What?
Jensen Ackles says that he has an idea for the final scene in Supernatural.
This gets me emotional.
I know.
So,
You're like a huge Supernatural fan.
yes.
I am a fan.
Where are you in
Not-
the series watching?
Not hardcore. I'm like season 2.
Dear God.
I've got stuff going on.
You're literally a decade behind
I know,
everybody
I
else.
really
no,
am.
11 years behind everybody else.
Yeah, I
They're
kinda am.
entering season 13.
I'm okay with that.
Get on board.
I'm staying whelmed.
Okay, so Jensen Ackles, who plays Dean Winchester on the hit series,
Because nobody knows that.
no one does. Basically, he had an idea, and the full quote that he shared with Entertainment Weekly is up on nerdgasmpodcast.com. If you want to read the whole thing, I'm going to paraphrase it. Basically, he said that his idea, Middle America, Big Sky Country, fields as far as the eye could see, there's an intersection, crossroads, ironically. He stops in the middle of the crossroads,
Knew it.
gets out of the car,
And he walks the other direction.
looks back at the car. A dude on a motorcycle comes from the opposite direction, stops in the intersection. They look at each other without saying a word, hand each other the keys to their other vehicle. Dean Winchester gets on the bike. Other bike dude gets in the Impala, drives the Impala away. Dean looks back and sees it drive off into the distance into the sunset. Therefore, leaving the hunter life and leaving all memories of his past behind, saying goodbye to literally a huge part of himself, the show, and the life, including all the weapons in the trunk, and
So-
riding off with the bike to start a new life.
So what they could do is that they could do like a spin-off of Supernatural
Oh, for the
to
love of
where
God.
it's just the Impala, and the guy that's driving the Impala apparently goes on a murder spree because he's got like a ton of weapons.
Yeah, pretty much. But, like, he's got weird specialty weapons. Like, there's guns, there's machine guns, there's also holy water, there's also rock salt, there's also shotgun shells with salt in them. You know, there's a bunch of weird that are technically weapons, but unorthodox weapons, to say the least.
So this mystery driver could just simply sell it all.
In theory. I want to see the look on his face when he looks in the trunk
I
and
know.
goes, ah, what the? Ah!
It's like, what is this? And then you know what? Instead of having Dean back, we just have this random guy.
See, but like Supernatural tried to do a spinoff with basically it was going to be kind of like Vampire Diaries, literally,
Oh god.
but in the Supernatural universe. And they did the episode that was supposed to spawn this series, and the
Didn't-
CW people went,
Meh.
no. Focus on the big boy show. Don't do whatever the hell this is. We have that show already.
Who do you
Stop
think?
it.
Yeah, Mark Guggenheim.
Pretty much. It's a good episode though. But like I like it made me cringe and kind of tear up a little bit because it made me realize that the show's eventually going to end.
Yeah.
And literally, and this is barely a spoiler, the two main characters have died so many times and come back that it almost makes death undramatic. Like, characters die in that universe that you love, I love, and you barely blink. You're like, oh, so-and-so died from season 1.
He'll be back in the next season.
That sucks. Like, literally, there's like no cringe or whatever. It's like, oh, that sucks.
Oh.
Oh, well. Like, they've gone to hell. They've gone to heaven. They've gone to purgatory. They've died. They've been possessed by the devil. They've been possessed by God. God has showed up in the series. The devil has showed up. Demons, angels, you name it. Werewolves, vampires, all kinds of mythical, supernatural creatures. Every creature that you can imagine has shown up in this series, come and gone. And 13 seasons later, somehow, it is still fresh.
I have no idea how that's possible.
I'm blown away by the fact that it's still fresh. Like, people like who give me crap for still watching it go, I kind of got bored around this season. And I went, well, yeah. And then it got better. And then, you know what? It got betterer.
I was gonna say that's actually really hard for a series to do because I stuck it out for the entire run of Fringe,
Ugh.
and Fringe was actually really good for the first couple seasons,
Mm-hmm.
and then near the end, like it started going downhill. It's like they went to the future, then they jumped back to the past, and they went back to the future, and
So weird.
yeah, and it was just it was like a giant roller coaster. And don't get me wrong, like the actors did a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
And huge fan of the show,
Yeah.
but I mean, you can kind of tell that they were just kind of like rewashing the same ideas.
Yeah.
And then at one point, like they were like, oh, well, we're going to enter another dimension. They entered another dimension, and then they started redoing the same story that they had already run through. They're like, oh, well, this is this case. I know all about it. How do you know about the case? Like, it hasn't even happened yet.
It did in my universe.
Yeah. So
literally all you could do is just replay season 1.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was.
It's quote unquote new episodes.
Just a slight twist.
Yeah. So, thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and give us a 5-star review rating on iTunes and Google Play, and or subscribe and comment on YouTube and Stitcher as well to enter our monthly giveaways. We do have our July 2017 winner to announce.
And his name is John Cena!
God, no, Randy, no. We're not giving the prize to John Cena.
Why not?
He's got enough free shit. He's rich.
That's true.
The end.
He's also got a movie deal coming up.
Yeah, this kind of big Transformer-y thing coming out in a couple of years. Yeah, he's good.
So,
He's set. Taking care of. Doesn't need stuff.
But back to the winner. The winner was Bernadette Esposito. So,
Oh, very nice.
yeah, if she wants to get a hold of Mr. Aramberry,
Email us, therealnerdgasm@gmail.com is our email. Send us an email.
You got like about a week to get a hold of us.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just so
you say whatever.
I'm John Cena'd out. I don't even care anymore. I'm going away forever
right.
in a day. So
In a day. I'm gonna time it.
enjoy episode 3 of Rick and Morty season 3.
Oh, I will. In like 2 years.
Stay swifty. God, I hope not. 3 months later. It better be this Sunday.
Oh my God.
If not, I'm going to lose my mind because I want to see Pickle Rick.
Seriously. So
Pickle
down.
Rick! Stop asking the why. Just be impressed. For the Nerdgasm podcast, I be Alan Bailey.
I'm Grayson.
See you, nerds.
Well, that was another in a long series of regrettable life choices.